Yo, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, welcome to Put the Kids to Bed and Let's Talk, the greatest podcast on Facebook, man. You talking to the rebuttal. What's up, man?
What's up, my man? How we doing, man?
Hey, we doing good. We doing good. I don't know where we finna go. I don't know where we
Hey,
finna
man.
go. But before we
Hey, man.
go, before we go, I need you to tell these black women in the chat, or just black women all over, that you do love them.
Of course, man. I'm always gonna love my black queens and my black women.
Okay. Okay.
It's like I have two black queens myself, man. Hey, without y'all, we nothing.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. So you did you vote?
Yes, I did.
Yes. And I kind of already pre-warned them who you voted for.
Uh-oh.
So, a lot of women feel let down by black men and just men, period.
Mm-hmm.
You having you said two black daughters?
Yes, indeed.
Two black daughters, a black mother. What made you vote for Trump?
Because once I got to that particular point, I have to admit, back in 2008 when Obama was first running, you know, I had the popular mindset, yet kind of ignorant. Man, I'm just gonna vote for Obama because he's black.
Okay.
I can admit that. I'm gonna vote for Obama because he's black.
I definitely
So
did the same thing. I definitely did not know anything about politics. I just knew he was black.
didn't care about it. I was old enough to do it. He was black. I was trying to make history, whether my vote did it or not. So going forward, what I'm saying I didn't dive into politics. My family was huge into it. A lot of my cousins was huge into it. A lot of people talk about it. But as it went on, you started seeing you started noticing things. And
Hmm.
I started noticing Democrats and Republicans, this, that, and the third. I started seeing that, okay, um, you know, I've been listening to a lot of people sitting here saying this is the most popular vote and this popular candidate ain't worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? So that goes on this, that, and the third, and it come like I knew when Trump, well, a lot of people ain't going to agree, but when Trump was in office the first term, because I know I'm kind of gone over the place, but when Trump was in office the first term, a lot of black people flourished, whether people want to agree with that or not.
Mm.
Whether and this is Google research, and you can go find the facts. Like under Trump's first presidential term, there was like record numbers for black businesses. A lot of black people getting LLCs. You know what I'm saying? Under the economy of Trump's first presidential term,
Mm.
and and coming from a different lens myself, you know what I'm saying? Republicans do tend to be pro-military, and with me being the active military
Mm.
person with Veterans Day coming up, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I want the benefits in the military as well. Now, I'm not sitting there saying Donald Trump per se did that, but if you was to get Republican to the White House, military benefits kind of, work in the soldier's favor.
Mm. Okay.
But coming down to vote for Trump, Trump was the right choice. And the fire, like the wave coming through all social media now. Some people still in their feelings they can't talk about it yet, but once everything get into motion, Trump is the right choice. Like Kamala, though she's a black woman, and I love my black women. We did start off this conversation like that, but Kamala started using propaganda.
Mm. Okay. What you mean by the propaganda? What propaganda?
So this is what I'm saying, Jay. Like using propaganda, man. When she first initially took the risk about it, I'm like, okay, I'm always objective. I'm gonna remain hopeful. I'm gonna remain open minded. So push come to shove, by the time she started, the red flag for me, by the time she started that concert with Megan Thee Stallion, I had posted it on Facebook. It was a little article that I found that I shared on Facebook, and I was just like, bro, are we really gonna do this? Are we really gonna put somebody like Meg Thee Stallion up on national television to motivate us to vote? And
Mm.
I'm just like, right then and there, I was like, man, my intelligence got insulted.
Mm. So
Got insulted.
you feel like she was pandering.
Absolutely, 1,000%. And if anybody can sit there and say that, either you don't want to believe it, or you're still in your feelings and your emotions. But it's the truth.
Mm,
She was pandering, Jay. She was pandering. So that didn't stop nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Meg Thee Stallion. Then you went up there and got Glorilla.
mm,
And back by the time Glorilla got on stage and stuff like that, man, I said I was done. Because, now like Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion, they are hell of a performers. They're good entertainers. And they're black women, of course. But let's just keep it above. Their type of music. And I listen to their music. I bump their music. I listen to a little ratchet stuff sometimes. Let me not sound like no hypocrite. But then
mm.
again, but in politics and running the presidential race, and you're trying to appease these black people, you're going to use women whose music promotes a lot of ratchet stuff. Let me just try to keep it PG. A lot of ratchet stuff.
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me this is what you're going to do to appease to the black people?
Mm. So you felt like she disrespected black people by pandering to like twerk music, Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla. What about people that's saying that Trump is going to start the second wave of Jim Crow? What do you say to that?
See, that's just ignorance. You know what I'm saying? If anybody's going to have a real open conversation with you, Jay,
Hmm.
that's just ignorance. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And it's just a lot of stuff is coming from emotion. And one thing that bothers me, Jay, and who's to say? I probably been a lot of people's favorites to your listeners on your podcast, but they might hate me today. But at the same time, it's just like, why do black people, and it's us, Jay, why do black people always got to equivalent slavery into how they feel today? That
they
bothers me, man.
they incorporate slavery into what?
They incorporate slavery into their emotion today. Like, not so you mean to tell me Jim Crow, all that stuff happened back in the 50s, 60s, whatever, back in like the early days. And how in the hell can Jim Crow be relevant today to black people?
Mm, I don't know. I do see what okay. I'm not with either side, right?
Of course.
Um, but I do feel like the Democrats are doing a little too much when it comes to like trying to get our vote by like throwing racism like just depending on racism. Like how
Absolutely,
about
absolutely.
doing more for us versus like I I read a couple articles that was like the
Hmm.
Democrats stopped representing the working class. Like they stopped like pandering to that part and just
Hmm.
focused on I guess the young folks, I guess. But you know what? Like, okay, for me, Barack Obama, when they led the charge of Barack Obama, it still felt like this is an educated black man and this is a black man I wanted
Hmm.
to be. And I saw rappers like endorse him, but it wasn't like how Kamala did. It was like a
Yeah,
different approach.
and that's what I'm saying. So, and not trying to speak for you, but even back then, Jay, like not being experienced in politics, we're taking what we can get. We're thinking that's the best of the best.
Yeah.
Oh snap! Oh snap! This rapper that. Oh, tell him to go vote for Obama. Oh, vote or die. Oh, all this stuff like that. And I'm just like, back then, you know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing that really pissed me off because even to try to have that tactic of using celebrities and all this stuff like Kamala did, that's almost like a spit into the face of thinking that James and Taylor back in 2007 can never grow up to be James and Taylor in 2024. They're going to expect the mindset of 2007, 2008 to still be here.
Mm. So you feel like they
And
got
that's
lazy. You feel like they got a little lazy or just you feel like they just miss whatever you call it, like they fumbled the ball on that one thinking
Yeah,
that
they
it's
did.
still the same.
To your first question, yes, it's lazy. But then again, could we really call it lazy though? Because at the same time, that's what works. Because when you throw that stuff off into the masses and you see it does numbers and you see it gets traction, and you see it does well for you. Like, how can you not have confidence 16 years later
Mm.
of thinking all we got to do is just throw some entertainers in front of these black folks and that's just gonna get the vote? Oh snap! They wake up to if somebody wake up, oh okay, that don't work. Let's throw the race and slavery in there like that. Okay, now let's just throw she's a black woman. They couldn't wait to use that.
What about pro life and pro choice? What about that?
You're not trying to get canceled.
It's not me saying it, it's you saying it.
Well,
They ain't gonna
when it
cancel
comes
me.
to pro life and pro choice, Jay, I'm pro life, bro. I'm all for it.
You
Now,
all
you
pro
know what I'm
life.
saying,
Okay, pro life.
yeah, but you know what it is. Everybody's gonna go to the extreme. Ah, but what if they get raped to get incest? Okay, to those extreme measures, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I get something medical reason where you can lose your life or something like. For me, that's my only logical reason. If it's like documented medical paperwork that can really harm your life,
Mm.
and you had to make the choice to do this, that, and the third, okay, choose to continue on with life. I can understand that, but at the same time, but going back to the first point where they'll try to use rape and incest, okay, not saying to say that stuff don't happen, it does. But at the same time, if we're gonna keep it above, a lot of babies come from consensual sex. A lot of the go ahead, Jay.
No, no. Oh, you can see me. Nah, I'm
No,
chilling, man.
no, no, that's what I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's all come from consensual sex, and when it comes down to it,
Mm.
when it comes to the consensual sex, you're pregnant by mistake, or you're pregnant. Oh my God, I'm not ready for this. Da 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 da. You do it for selfish reasons. That's what I'm not a fan of. I'm
What
pro life when it comes to all that.
what if she just a young girl in college and she has a night where they didn't use protection, bro, and this guy not ready to be a father, she not ready to be a mother. You feel like
Well, if that's the case,
she should keep it like it's you know.
pro life, Jay. Pro life. Yeah, she should keep it. So at that same time, y'all chose that not to use protection. Y'all wanted to take that leap of faith like that, but now you're pregnant. Now it's life got to die for that, Jay.
Mm. So you've never have you ever had a scare and was like ready to do the abortion? You never was ready to pay
But
the
so
500. I think it's 500.
nah, pretty much I haven't had that situation, but I have had the the threat to abort the baby. It
Okay.
was out of my 4 kids. It was one situation to one my baby mama was like, okay, we're not gonna be together, so I'm gonna abort your baby. And then there was another situation to where one of my other baby mamas was like, when she found out she was pregnant, she was so adamant about doing it. And
Mm.
one thing about me, what I'm saying, like, my body, my choice, woo, woo, woo. And it's just like, okay, whatever. So she was so adamant that she was going to do it,
Yeah.
but she didn't end up doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, I've been through those situations like that to where it's like I got pregnant, and every time, Jay, all right, you pregnant? All right, we got to do what we got to do every
Mm.
time.
And
You know,
I have some people in the chat. They saying a lot. One person is asking, are you educated?
absolutely. But we'll go ahead. But a question like that, sitting there talking some, am I educated?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't. You sometimes education ain't got nothing to do with common sense because
Mm.
it ain't no bachelor's degree, ain't no associate's degree, ain't no master can sit here and tell you about common sense.
Mm.
You shouldn't need you shouldn't need no doctrine in telling you that you shouldn't have used the rubber that night.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so they talk. So am I educated? That's an invalid question because at that point in time, it's just like education ain't got nothing to do with it. Unless you put, I guess you put the best education technique could probably be science about numbers and this, that, and the third of like how the body works of miscarriages or something like that. That's about the only thing you can actually be educated on. But you can't actually be educated about common sense. It starts with common sense.
They they asking what is your highest level of education?
Oh, look, I have my associate's degree, no doubt. But at the
Okay.
same time, it's just like that ain't again that's invalid.
Right, right.
What the educational status is invalid.
Dude, so like I know a lot of people. So do you what what about what other than the propaganda they use, what else did you not like about Kamala? Like what made you say no, this is not a person I want to vote for? Was that
So one of the biggest issues. So that's what kind of sparked the that's what sparked my okay. I'm good off of column mode after the concert. But a lot of things that went forward was when she pulled the black card. And all of a sudden, this is Googleable information.
mhm.
But at the same time, she lied about having a black grandma.
She lied about having a black what?
She lied about having a black grandma.
For real? She don't have
Yes,
a
she
black
did.
grandma?
Man, no,
She
no.
her
This person hired a stand-in to take a picture for her black grandma. Some research was done, and push come to shove, there's a video out there where they're interviewing that same black lady, kind of sort of the same black lady who took that picture of Kamala, telling the whole world that like her grandma was a light skinned woman, a white woman, something like that. There's a
mm,
video out there where she had an interview saying that. But at that point in time, you try so hard to play the black card. And if you notice, Jay, on a lot, every time she got questions about that, she never gave a direct answer about it.
mm.
She always threw that answer to like kind of trigger your emotion or something like that.
So you just
She
felt
never
like she
answered the
was a fake person.
man, Jay, she was a hand up the ass puppet.
Mm.
She was a puppet, bro. And like she was gonna get put in the office to carry on the agendas of the government. But I don't want to get too deep. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're gonna carry the agenda of the governments for all that stuff. Boy, I don't want to get you canceled, Jay. But I at least said in this PG type of way. There was going, a lot of things. It ain't all the way tied to it, but her being in office would have been like, appeasing to like the rainbow community, all the other stuff.
mm.
It would have been tied to a lot of other things instead of the black people, man. And woohoo people, Obama did the same crap.
Mm. I've
In
heard that.
Obama's term,
I've
in
heard that.
Obama's term from 2008 to 2016, not none policy laws for black people. Oh, he did Obamacare. Okay, that's government assisted led stuff.
So
And
you
so it's just a simple fact. Like he did nothing for black folks. And then at that point in time, it's like, come on. And then Obama, and that was another thing too. When Obama was sitting there trying to, play on black men's emotion to vote for a woman, that's all agenda, man.
mm, mm. So they're asking how do you so you how will you how will Trump benefit you for the next 4 years? But I think you kind of spoke on that with the military friendly Republican Party.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and this is all researchable information as well. You know what I'm saying? Under like during Biden's run to Kamala's run, man. The average person for a homeowner had to make over six figures.
Mm,
Back in Donald Trump's first term, it was you can get it in like 75K to own a home. During Biden's term, it takes you like 125, 130 to own the home. Inflation like crazy. The economy
mm,
blew through the roof. Trump is gonna bring the economy back down, get it back right.
mm,
Trump is gonna be able to get some tax breaks and shake up some stuff to be able to get, easy LLCs. Trump is going to make it cheap to like he's not gonna break the housing market, but he's gonna bring economy back down to be able to afford a home at a lesser salary. A lot of good things are gonna happen. He's
mm,
gonna work on the borders and get these illegal immigrants out the way that's hurting these blue collar workers, man.
mm. So you do feel like okay, because well, let's go back. I have a Democrat political and what I call him a political consultant.
Hmm.
We haven't came up with a nickname for him yet, but he's a vital part of helping these shows go because I'm not a political person.
Mhm.
He says that the Trump economy that we got, like what happened with Trump economy, was
Mhm.
benefited off of the 8 years Barack Obama was in office, and Biden's run was basically him inheriting Trump's bad economy. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely not. They can try to connect. You can kind of connect it and all the other stuff. And like I say, I mean, yeah, Obama did fix some things when he got in the thing. But Obama's biggest accomplishment was killing Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, he did get
Okay.
Bin Laden
Yeah, he
knocked
got
off.
Osama bin Laden. Yeah,
Yeah.
he knocked out one of the biggest terrorists ever. You know what I'm saying? And but at the same time, if we're coming back, if we're trying to connect it back to the black culture, black vote, what did he do for us?
I don't know. I mean, he gave us a good visual. I don't know. I ask these questions to people, and nobody knows right off bat when I ask them these
Exactly.
questions. But I
And
haven't
see, and then
asked
and then
everybody. But the people I have asked, they really have. They would have to Google it. They would have to Google it.
and that was my thing too. So everybody sitting up playing on Trump. That's Trump is racist. This is also researchable information. You can go look up Kamala Harris's like resume or what she voted on and policies she's pushed through.
Yeah,
You can go Google that information,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I bet you can go all that thing and those policies and all the stuff that she pushed through affects black people.
Man, I Americans are lazy. We want more for doing less. I I'm not gonna lie. The illegal immigrants, like at first when I first heard this, I was like, man, that's wrong how they treating the immigrants. But when I looked into it, it seemed more like Trump just want them to come in the right way. Like he's
Yes.
not saying he don't want people from other countries here. He just saying he want them to go through the right process, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah, he want to go through the go. I would assume he wants them to go through the right process, stuff like that. But then again, that goes back. That opens up more jobs for Americans. One, in my
mm,
opinion, like Trump is trying to make America stand out on his own.
yeah,
Why most things that the Democrat probably go out looking for help overseas, man. Trump is like, let's empower what we got here.
mm, mm.
And it's so fun and it's so funny. Not 24 or 48 hours of Trump being voted in back in office. China overseas say they're gonna be at peace now.
So
We're gonna
that was
strive for
real.
peace.
That was real.
Yes,
Damn.
yes,
Okay, I saw that on Twitter. I ain't know if that was real. Okay, so it was China and somebody else said something too, right?
yeah. They say they didn't necessarily say the war is over, but they said we can try to petition for peace.
Mm, mm. What? Okay.
And
A
and,
lot.
and to answer your question too,
Yeah.
on that first question about saying what has about Trump first term, researching for information as well. During Obama's turn and Biden's turn, about one or
Mhm.
two wars popped up. Well, not necessarily popped up, but yeah, popped off this, that, and the third. But some wars kind of almost hit the surface.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
ain't hear
yeah.
none of that in Trump. You ain't hear none of that in Trump's term.
Nah, like, I didn't, bro. I didn't. There's a lot of questions in the chat for you. What I want you to do, bro, if you
Hmm.
can you stick around? I'm gonna make a couple more calls, but I think some of these people want to come at you, bro.
Hey, that's cool, man.
All right, stick around. I'm gonna hit you back and get you to answer some of these questions because they looking like, man, you tripping. Um,
I bet.
bet. Thank you. I'm gonna hit you right before I call.
Okay.